All right. You good?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
All right. Well, hey, listen, it's Tuesday night, and you know what that means. It's time for Good Times, Bad Times. And tonight, I'm very honored to have a good friend of mine, special guest, a very talented actor, comedian, singer. What else you got there? Les Degen, dancer.
All right,
dancer.
Thank you.
I was going to say dancer. You're a good dancer, too.
Joey, I dance too.
I seen you do the kick line.
I've done the kick line, yes. I've been kicked in line as well. How you doing?
Nice to see you. Nice to be here. And I'm so happy you were able to come down tonight. You were one... you always got a smile on his face. You know, I walked into the Belmo Bean feeling like crap. I'd go down and do stand-up comedy at the Belmo Bean.
Yeah.
Because my head was always down here. Like I was always getting beat on and stuff, you know. I'd walk in there, see his face and smile, and the next thing you know, I'm on stage doing comedy. He's got such a great energy, such great upbeat guy,
This is who you surround yourself with. Positive vibes.
Positive energy. There he is.
Thank you. Being happy takes a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
No,
Don't tell me it's fake. It's not fake.
My secrets, every morning I read motivational literature, I listen to inspirational
This is
music,
my guy now.
and I smoke a bowl of opiated hash.
I was gonna say.
No, I'm kidding.
You don't do that.
No, I don't. It was a joke. That was
the hash was a joke.
Was the comedy portion of the. No, I'm happy. I'm a happy guy.
You're a happy man, and you know, hopefully
good.
That's great. So you know, looking up your where is WC Bryan High School? That's where you went to high school.
Astoria, Queens.
That's in Astoria.
I'm a Queens kid, right?
You grew up in Queens?
Astoria, yes, Sunnyside.
Nice.
I don't know what that means. I just know Queens is Queens to me. Like, I don't know parts.
Well, Queens, like if you go all the way west of Long Island till you can't go any further till you hit the river, like you're in Queens.
Oh, well, still doesn't help, but thanks for the description.
Oh, okay, all right.
Have you been to Queens, Stacey?
I used to live in Belrose for like 5 minutes.
Did you
5
see?
Yeah, for just 5 minutes.
Did you see the latest installment of Spider-Man?
The newest movie?
Right.
I feel like I did on like bootleg or something.
Oh,
so it might be missing parts. You know, how
you
that
know
works.
why? 'Cause did you see the movie?
No.
Oh, you didn't see it because my apartment building in Sunnyside, Queens, is like in the first scene of the movie.
Oh,
which
all right. Now I got to rewatch.
Where you lived? Where you lived?
Yeah, it was exactly my building I grew up in.
That's so cool.
Chose to do a scene. So, but since you didn't know it, I'm
gonna have to do some research later.
You're gonna have to do some research. You know what
house.
you do? Watch the movie, and then you'll have me back on the show.
Yes.
And we'll start.
I'll take screenshots of the buildings, and then you tell me which one.
Yes. Okay.
So,
that sounds good.
along with our show tonight, we have a good friend now of mine, a new good friend of mine,
well,
who's
we're
also
family,
we're family now. We went through a comedy class together over here at Governor's, and we just did our show on Sunday night.
Yes.
Stacey, how does it feel?
Is surreal the word to say? Like, am I using that right? Because it's like unbelievable. Like, I can't believe it happened. Like, I actually can't believe I was on stage with that many people and they laughed. Like, this is working. Like, it's. I'm grateful. I'm so grateful though. I'm really grateful.
Isn't it funny, like being in that back room hanging out with your classmates, and then the next thing you know, you're in front of a room full of strangers telling jokes.
Yeah, you're just like, get out there. You're like,
and we're all sitting back there watching the TV. We're watching the TV, and we're watching you on the TV in the back and rooting for you.
It's weird to me because I've always loved comedy. I've always loved stand-up. That's my number one favorite thing to watch. And I used to study it. I didn't even realize I had that passion for it until, recently. It's like, you've been watching it for so long. Why don't you give it a try? Right. You know? So it's just weird. It's like, what? This is work? Like, it's just weird. But I'm grateful.
Excellent stage presence.
Thank you.
You did very, very good up there. I know you said she placed once or twice, but nobody in a million years would know it other than you.
As I confess to
don't
everybody.
Don't point out your mistakes.
Too late. They're like, you did so good. I'm like, I screwed up.
Nah, you're the only one that knows that.
Wow.
I used to my dad. You probably could relate to something like this. You and your son or whatever. We'd paint the house, right? Paint the room in the house. My mom would be out shopping.
Yeah.
And I'd screw up an area, and my dad goes, "You know it, I know it. She ain't gonna know it. Don't say a word."
That's true. That's
right?
true. That's true.
Don't point out your mistakes.
That's true. No, you're 100% right. How'd you like it?
I had a great time. Yeah, I wrote all new material, and I
thought you did dope.
Yeah.
I love laughing at that ice cream joke, man. That is so funny.
Yeah.
And the flowers.
The flowers, dropping the flowers. But yeah, for me, it was all new material. I had no idea how it was going to go. And I'm just happy that I went through it and got it out there. And
heck yeah.
It's awesome. It's like you can relate to this,
The
Les,
first time is always very special.
Yeah.
but you can't stop.
Sounds
It's
like the
addicting.
first
You
time for a
remember
lot
your
of
first
things.
time ever doing stand-up comedy on stage?
I was probably with you back in the day, right?
Well, actually, my first time ever was in 1979.
Oh no, then no.
What?
I did it. I started in '79 and '80. Did it for a couple of years. Then I took a short break and started up again in 2003. So that's probably I met you like
You met me in 2003, so I didn't realize.
right around there. But my first time was at the comic strip in the city, and Larry Miller, he's a comedian and actor,
Right.
was the MC that night and brought me up. And then I think the third time up, Peter Bales was the MC at the
Wow.
comic strip.
So you know Peter Bales for a
and
longer
brought
time.
me up. So so interesting.
So you're an actor too, though. You did some acting.
Right. I did musical theater, and then my singing came from that.
Okay.
And then I got back into doing stand-up comedy. So
Right.
now I do the 3-sport thing.
And you do a lot
really
of stand up
cool.
these days. I've been looking around, and you just did.
Try to stay busy.
You did a show for the veterans recently.
Yeah, it was for one of the comedy producers that I work with is John LaRocchia at Laughter Saves Lives.
Right.
And we did a show for the Seaford Lions
Nice.
Club. It's a fraternal organization, and it was on Veterans Day.
Wow.
And it was great. Got to do stand-up comedy and ended the night singing Lee Greenwood's "God Bless the USA."
Wow. Yeah.
So
How cool is that?
So that was very. So I got to do
Both.
both things in one night.
You're
It's,
lucky. You're lucky you get to do both.
Yeah, I was in my glory.
I'm curious, like, why'd you take a break from comedy? Because that was like your first thing that you kind of fell into.
Yeah. I mean, I was always the funny guy, and I was,
Yeah.
Bryan High School, Astoria, Queens. I was the class clown.
Gotcha.
In 1971, I got the little page in the yearbook and everything.
Yeah.
Always been funny, but to get up on stage and do stand-up comedy, where you're not riffing off with something that happens at the water cooler or with your friends. What you have to do is create the moment, and
Yes.
it's hard.
Yeah.
And you really have to learn how to do it.
Right.
So I tried it for a couple of years. A comic strip, Pips in Brooklyn. There were some
Wow.
other places. What was it? The Good Times. That was hosted by actually Bobby Collins. Ran the
Wow.
open mic.
So
that
you-
I
Wow.
used to go to, and a guy named Bill McCarty.
Yep.
Also a professional comedian was there, and then just after a couple of years, it just that. Mom, Dad, don't listen to this, but I was like smoking pot and partying.
That's
and
part of the territory.
I wasn't being serious, and basically, I just, I
got
couldn't
you.
dedicate myself to doing it, so I stopped. Got married, had kids, did some musical theater, and then we went on a family cruise in 2003 in July. Sal Richards was on the Royal Caribbean.
Right.
He's an old world guy that passed away recently, also from Long Island. And he got up there and he did stand-up comedy, and he was the comedian. He also sang. Got to talk to him and said, I tried this once. And I said, you know what, I got to start doing this again. And then on October 12th, the New York Comedy Club, 2003, I got up there and did it again, and then
Nice.
never looked back.
Nice.
So
It's. I was trying to explain to Stacy's is
Yeah.
that once you get that feeling of being on stage and you're getting laughs,
You gotta keep going.
it's very addictive. It's like skydiving. You have this adrenaline rush that just.
oh yeah,
you
Mom,
can't-
Dad, the joints turned into comedy, so I still get high, but I was going to say now it's legal. Now both are legal.
Yeah, it's legal now. But yeah, so
Indeed.
isn't that funny? That's a good commercial though. Thanks to weed, I'm a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
That's right.
You want to be a comedian? Smoke weed.
That's right. So it is. It is. I don't think. I don't think you do stand-up comedy. I think you are a comedian. Right? Do you remember? I remember I met you doing a gateway to comedy show with Mike Dillon at the school. It was a fundraiser for the school. I think that's
My school. Where I
yeah,
went.
your school.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
first time I met you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the first time we.
Wasn't that great?
Yeah.
up
We
on-
knew of each other,
Right.
But I think that was the first time. And
The Mike Dillon show.
That's when I fell in love with Joey Petroni. It was love at first sight.
How could you not fall in love with Joey
He
Petroni?
didn't like me until about 6 years later.
Yeah.
Oh, really? No.
I'd say hi to him and be like, ah.
Yes, those were great shows. We used to do them for the
Yeah,
PTA to raise money for the kids to
Right,
get, whatever, ice cream for
sweet.
the summer and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
So
but
much fun.
That was a great. The way it was set up was we're up on stage with this big spotlight. They had a spotlight from the '60s. I mean, this thing was
Oh,
like on a
man. One of
tripod,
those gigantic
Oh,
ones, like it's
you
calling
could
for Batman.
You could smell fire with this thing. It was from the '60s. It was old, man, but it was freaking hot. You stand near it, you couldn't go anywhere like 10 years. But we had this kick-ass spotlight right on the stage. So when you were up there, man, it looked really cool.
That was wonderful.
Yeah, it was a great show. It was a good night.
Yeah, we had a good time, like schmoozing beforehand. Like,
Yep, we had a nice green
Isn't
room.
that fun too, right?
Yes,
the show
100%.
itself, but also
It makes you feel calm.
before and after with your
Yeah.
fellow,
Fellow comedians. And the good news is, I didn't get to this before. Like you said, at work, there's a time and place for everything. But when you're hanging out with comedians, like in the back room on Saturday, everybody's got we're all in the same boat. We all got the same brains. We're all thinking the same way.
It was like a
But when you go outside that room,
pressure cooker. Everybody was like, "Oh God!"
when you go outside that room, there's not that many people like you, me, Chris Williamson, Eric Tartaglione, John LaRoe. Like we all have this weird way of looking at things.
Right.
Perspective.
Right.
I see what you're saying.
Right. So we'll find something
You have
funny.
to catch the vibe.
Exactly. Like
Not
if
everybody
my wife
catches the
drops a
vibe.
dozen eggs in the kitchen, I'm laughing. She's
That's
like, "You're an
hilarious.
asshole."
That's hilarious.
Right. But two different thoughts. I'm thinking it's funny, and she's thinking it's
And sometimes the biggest tragedies and biggest pain wind up being.
Yes.
Last January, I had to be rushed to the hospital. I got a pacemaker.
Oh, really?
And it was, oh God, I was very, very scary. And now I have a whole bit on it. So
you
That's how you heal through it.
You take something like
Yeah.
tragic and you turn it into something funny. And
I agree 100%.
that's what I just did with my last set, right? So, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
She's my witness.
I love it.
I took
I think that's
tragedy
what it's
and
for, though.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that's what comedy is for. It's for the moments where you feel like everything's crashing down and you are able to find that silver lining where it's like, ha ha, that's kind of funny.
it's like therapy,
That's exactly what it is.
right?
That's exactly what it is.
that's
You
what it
heal
is.
from it.
what's the cliche? Tragedy plus time equals comedy.
Right.
Sometimes it
That's a
comes
nice
right
little
in.
So
equation.
back in the day when we had tragedy, I used to get hammered and and
Oh, yeah, me
drink
too.
and wake up in someone's backyard in Long Beach and not have a clue how the hell I got there.
Yeah, I have stories about that.
But now when
Yeah.
I have a tragedy, I write jokes and I wake up in my bed.
You grew up in Long Beach?
I think that's
You grew up in
healthier.
Long Beach?
I had friends in Long Beach.
Oh, okay.
That's why I used to go out drinking. you
Oh,
know.
my older
Oh,
daughter
God.
lives in Long Beach.
Oh, really?
Yes. Liz Degen, if you're watching, I love you.
Aw, her name's Liz.
Yeah, Long Beach is a lot of fun. A lot of bars in Long Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can walk to them all. That's why we used to go to Long Beach.
You just end up on the beach.
And I couldn't find my way back to my friend's house, so I just start cutting through backyards, going, I think he lives over here. I think he lives over here. And then I just wind up in a lawn chair. The next morning, some guy would wake up. What the hell? There's a guy sleeping in our backyard.
It happens. It happens.
It happened.
Aimlessly wandering around the West End, just like.
Yeah, you're not causing any trouble. You
But
just
in
gotta
Long,
get home.
in Long Beach though, it was almost like expected. Like you'd wake up in someone's backyard and you want
like
a
a
bagel or
strip
something? We're making breakfast. You want something to eat? They knew you had a long night.
That's true. Most places like, well, who are you? What are you doing? But in Long,
Long
Beach,
Beach,
it's
no.
like, did you eat yet?
It was like a big party town.
Yeah, that's great.
That's amazing.
Anyway, I was saying that we did a show together with Nancy Rizzuti.
Great
I think
night.
pretty sure it was Bets for Vets.
I think so. Yeah.
Right, and I was the DJ that night, DJ Joey Petroni.
He is an excellent DJ.
That's good.
Have you
That
ever-
means you could read the room.
Have you ever
Yes.
seen him DJ? And,
Not yet. Not yet. I'm sure I will
he's great,
eventually.
and very with all types of audiences.
Right, I play Frank Sinatra, and then I play
Right.
the Beastie Boys. I mean,
You got to be
I'll play
diverse.
Metallica.
Seniors, it could be kids.
Yeah.
He's good.
You got to
for
be
all
diverse.
occasions.
yeah, it's weird because I'll be out there on a Sunday afternoon doing the hokey pokey with little kids, and then that night I'm playing Metallica somewhere at a biker bar,
Right.
and I'm like, if these guys would have seen me,
Yeah.
like 5 hours ago, I'm doing the chicken dance, Now I'm playing Molly Hatchet.
That's how you know
Yeah.
you're a good DJ. You can read the room
Yep.
and you can kind of pivot. That's really good. That's good.
But yeah, we had a great night. That was a really good night of entertainment. And you did both. You did stand-up comedy that night, and then you sang.
This was the
Bets for Vets.
The Bets for Vets. Yeah. Right. I did a set of like 5 or 6 songs, and then when the comedy started, I did a set also.
That was really good. Yeah,
It was so much fun, and a big crowd too.
That's
Very-
good.
And
I liked the night. The way the night ended was awesome. And I have it on a video. I'm gonna show the video. It's we got into one long kick line to Frank Sinatra's New York, New York,
Oh.
and Les sang
awesome.
it. And,
Yeah,
and
that's
he
awesome.
nailed it.
Yeah.
You nailed it, man. It was
can't
awesome.
go wrong with
these
Sinatra.
little town blues. And
Melting away. I'll make a brand new start as it in old New York.
Les, we have 2 songs tonight that you can sing for us.
That would be great.
Love to. The first one you said was the Beach Boys.
Yeah, let's
got
start
the
with
Beach
some
Boys?
rock and roll.
Okay.
I
Let's
love
go
the
back
Beach
to I think,
Boys.
1965. The Mamas and the Papas. I was only
Yes.
11, but let's go back to the day. So let's see. I'm gonna do
What song?
this.
What's the name of the song?
It's called California Dreamin'.
Oh, California
Yes.
Dreamin'.
Everybody
Yes.
knows this one.
Yes.
So let me. Here we go.
I love it.
All right, Maestro.
Very talented, Les Degen.
Okay. All the leaves are brown and the sky is gray. I've been for a walk on a winter's day. I'd be safe and warm if I was in LA. California dreaming on such a winter's day. I walked into a church I passed along the way. Well, I got down on my knees and I began to pray. You know the preacher lights the coals. He knows I'm gonna stay. California dreaming on such a winter's day. Ladies and gentlemen, the Joey Petroni Orchestra. You sound good tonight. You do a little flute here. Wow, 65.
Yeah. Like, it's so funny. Like, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, yo, this needs a little, you know.
This is only his 3rd time singing this song, not being stoned out of his mind.
All the leaves are brown and the sky is gray. I've been for a walk on a winter's day. If I didn't tell her, I would leave today. California dreaming on such a winter's day. California dreaming on such a winter's day. California dreaming on such a winter's day. And you.
Wow.
All right.
High five, high five, high
All right,
five.
thank you. Yes, yes.
Awesome.
yes.
Les, nice job, man.
I love
right.
the vibes.
That was awesome. That's a song that will pick up as a DJ or as a that will lift up the whole room.
Such a good song.
It's such a
yeah,
great
it's a
song.
great one,
It's a
yeah.
great song. Such a
good
happy
one.
song.
Yes.
I love
And
it.
it sounded awesome. Nice job.
We're gonna do one more.
Yeah, you want to do another song? What do you
Yeah,
got?
let's do. How about what? Where are my Frank Sinatra fans?
Right here.
Okay, I don't do any Frank Sinatra songs. That gets a laugh every time. Okay, this is an old Cole Porter tune.
So you're gonna do what song?
This is I've Got You Under My Skin. Oh, and there's a musical break during the song.
Okay.
Where I'm gonna need you. Can you do it like a fake trombone?
Yeah, like this.
Yeah, that's perfect. And can you give me a trumpet?
Yeah. I used to play trumpet.
All right, now I'll play the bass.
right.
So when I give you the cues, we're going to really do the Good Times, Bad Times Orchestra.
You got it, man.
Under the
good.
direction of Joey Petroni.
Yes.
Okay,
All right,
here we
let's
go.
do
Hit it, Maestro. I've got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me, so deep in my heart that you're really a part of me. And I've got you under my skin. I try so not to give in. I said to myself, this affair never will go so well. But why should I try to resist when, baby, I know so well that I've got you under my skin. I'd sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near, in spite of that warning voice that comes in the night and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, little fool, you never can win. Come on, everybody. Use your mentality and wake up to reality. But each time that I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin. 'Cause I've got you under my skin. All right, let's warm up. Are you ready on trombone? Okay. Are you ready on trumpet? I got my bass. Tony, can we get you on keyboards? All right. Are you not supposed to be here right now?
Okay. He's a keyboard player.
Okay. We got a phantom keyboard player, producer, and techie. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Good Times, Bad Times Orchestra. If somebody is tuning in right now and they don't know what's going on, they think we're nuts.
It's called Pot is Legal.
That's right.
Pretty much.
Yeah, baby. I'm going to be at the Bristol in Westbury tomorrow. Can you guys come with me? How about a big hand for the orchestra? All right. I'd sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near, in spite of that warning voice that comes in the night and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, little fool, you never can win. One more time, come on. Use your mentality and wake up to reality. But each time that I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin. 'Cause I've got you under my skin. Yes, I've got you under my skin. Thank
Wow,
you.
that's awesome, man.
All right. All right.
Amazing.
That was a lot of fun.
That was
Yes.
awesome.
That was good. All
Great
right.
job.
Under My
Great
Skin,
job.
Frank Sinatra.
There you go. Tony Walker gets under my skin all
He
the time.
he did a
That
great
song was
keyboard. You see him playing keyboards?
That was good. He plays the soundboard. And when you hang out with him, you get bored.
Oh my God.
I'm out of bored jokes, I think.
So when I play you got me under my skin when I'm doing like a seniors center.
Right.
What you just said, I kind of think about that.
Oh.
Even Luck Be a Lady Tonight. There's a couple of songs I think about where, like, couples, like you getting your wife's getting you under your skin, like that kind of, like.
I never really understood the words until you like sang it. I was like, damn,
Yeah.
that girl got a hold on him.
There's I've heard this from people that it's an old Cole Porter tune from the 40s, but that it was like a drug-related thing.
Okay.
Like that he was can I mean this is a dark thing too, but
No, we're,
but
I'm
real,
good.
and actually a senior came up to me and said, it was an older lady. She goes, "Do you know what the song is about?" And
Oh,
I
that's
go,
like every
"I don't know,
song
I
from
guess
the
it's a kind of
70s.
love song about someone he can't have,
Right.
like an affair or whatever." He goes, "No, that he was I don't know if this is true, so Mr. Porter, if it's not, I apologize. Say hello to my mom and dad while you're up there. And don't tell them I smoke pot." I told him. Okay, anyway.
they're
So
fine
this
with
is
it.
what
Made you a better
attention
singer.
deficit disorder does. Anyway, so that he was a user, and if you look, all the lyrics
Yeah,
are...
it would make
this
sense.
affair won't end, and
Yeah.
all the words just to have
It
to
makes
do
sense.
with battling a heroin
It's a
addiction.
lot of
Right.
songs around that time.
But and interestingly enough, it's like a very upbeat song, and it makes you happy.
It's a happy
like
song.
just talking about this guy trying to.
The best
You know,
songs
get
are the
off,
ones about reality,
yeah,
no matter
so,
how you say it. You could say it like legit what it is, or
Yeah.
you could kind of like mask it a little bit.
Right.
It's
So
coming
is it-
from your heart.
Isn't that almost the same in a way, like doing comedy from a very dark place, but you're getting laughs out of doing it? It's almost the same thing with music
Yeah.
from a very dark place, coming up with an upbeat song. Because while he's singing, about this, and the people are just
Right.
laughing and dancing, they're not going, "Oh man, I'm sorry, man,"
Right.
yeah,
Because like, who wants to pass that type of vibe?
Right. So that's interesting.
That is interesting. Now,
Yeah.
a great question that comes to my mind is when you're at a family party now, do they make you sing? You want to go enjoy yourself
No,
on a
actually,
Saturday.
they have to tell me to stop.
Oh, really? So you offer
Nice.
you singing? You
probably
it's a
walks
pleasure
in
for
the
you.
room.
Well, we
singing.
my family is very musical.
Okay.
My two all three of my sons are professional
You-
musicians.
were your parents?
Oh,
He
nice.
plays with like 3 different bands.
Your son?
He's the saxophone player for a ska band.
Oh, wow.
Based out of
Nice.
Boston called Big D and the Kids Table.
Wow.
You know that
Yeah.
genre of music?
Ska, of
Like
course.
Real
You do?
Big Fish.
Yeah, Big Fish. Yeah.
They opened up for them at the Paramount.
Really?
A couple of years ago.
Nice.
And my two daughters, my daughter's a flutist, and also my other daughter, Samantha, played the baritone horns. They're all very musical. We have a lot of music. My wife plays the flute.
Does she really?
So yeah,
That's
so,
amazing.
when
Oh,
we
so
all
you're
get
in good-
together,
good
there's-
space.
There's a lot of
You have
music.
fun then. That,
Yeah, there's a lot of.
that's awesome. Wow.
Yeah,
there's a
put
lot
that
of
on the
music,
internet.
So.
Imagine like
see, like,
what's the,
the difference between-
requirement is to go
What,
to
I'm
the
sorry?
house. Like imagine what the requirement is to go to his house for dinner.
Right.
Like, yo, what do you play?
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
talking-
can I
talking-
bring anything here to sheet
It's
music?
like you need a
for Pippin?
drummer.
Talk in the tone of D, please.
Yeah.
Right.
No, in your house, then you all get along musically, and you all have something in common, music.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
In my house, we all have something in common. We all argue. We all like to argue, and we're good fighters
That's
and
sweet.
good comebacks, and
Arguing. Yeah, in my house, I don't know what the vibe is. I think it's more comedy. We laugh. And
You like
joke
to laugh.
Oh my god, that's what I just found out. I was talking to my mom last night because I was talking about the comedy show. She's like, "How'd you do?" and everything. She's like, "Do you remember what you did when you were 4?" I was like, "I've been doing this stuff since I was 4."
Wow.
I was like, "You're sure about that?" Because I don't remember this.
Your mom. You should drill your mom because she could probably give some really good material.
Oh, she
about-
always does.
No, she could tell
Just
you
by
about.
being herself.
She remembers all the stuff that you did growing up, and you could.
You know what I mean? It's
I
like
know what you mean.
It's like, oh, you said that again. All right, got it. But yeah, I should. That's what I've been doing actually. I've been asking her more stuff because I'm just like, oh my god, I don't remember that.
Right.
Like it's crazy. You realize that you weren't actually present for like half your life.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
Yeah, this in total 6 of us.
Wow.
Yeah, my dad was busy.
6
yeah.
of you.
Yeah.
Wow.
6.
Where do you fit in on the age?
Oh,
scale?
geez, I'm the second youngest.
The second youngest.
Yeah,
Oh,
my
okay.
youngest sister's like, I'm sorry, Sherry, if I messed this up. I think she's 23, 24. She's somewhere in that range. I
Okay.
lose count. It's too many
So
people.
you're the second to last.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
so
I'm
they
37.
Said to you, don't get too comfortable. There's one more.
Yeah. It's like I thought that was it. And
One
it's just
more.
like, I'm like, what the? All right, whatever. But yeah, that's amazing. I love hearing when the family has like the familiarity of something. Like everybody in the family's like this or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, I mean everybody in my family played instruments too, but they never like stuck with it. I used to be a cellist, and I kind of just stopped. I should pick it up again. I still have it.
Oh, it's so special. When my younger daughter Samantha, she lives in South Korea. She got married there, but then we had a party here in Florida. We had a family party, and my son played the guitar,
Right.
and I sang Elton John's "Your Song" because her husband Young, "Your Song" was one of his favorite songs.
Right.
So we for their first dance. It's a little bit funny.
Yeah, yeah.
This feeling inside, and it was wonderful. So
Wow.
it was like
You
a very-
sang for the
Yeah,
first?
yeah,
Wow.
I sang.
That's
It was
beautiful.
very special.
That's awesome.
That's a
And,
memory forever, man. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
and then
Heck yeah.
my in-laws were celebrating a big anniversary, so I sang "It Had to Be You." And there's actually a very, very funny thing that happened. I'm singing "It Had to Be You." I had my, the tracks, and and everyone's, dancing and singing along. And all of a sudden, my wife's Uncle Eddie. Okay, so I hope this is a reason to get you to watch me
Uncle
on
Eddie.
Facebook now because it's going to be on. That he grabs while I'm singing, he grabs the mic from me and says, "Right, this is my song."
Oh,
And he
snap.
grabs it from me, and we're sitting there and we're arguing over who's going to do the song. So we finally wound up doing it as a duet. But it was so funny. Like at first I was pissed because I'm doing my thing,
Right.
and all of a
Right,
sudden I go,
right.
"Wait a second, we're having a party. Go ahead, do it."
Right.
And then I grabbed it back, and it was It was a lot of fun.
Good thing you didn't
So
fight
that's
him.
Uncle Eddie.
Uncle Eddie,
Uncle
right?
Eddie. What's the deal with Eddie? The name Eddie, because a lot of Eddies are like that.
Yeah. It is. Well, Crazy Eddie, I guess.
Well, Eddie,
Or like
Eddie
that
from.
cartoon,
Time.
Ed and Eddie. Ed and Eddie.
Ed
You
and
know that
Eddie.
cartoon? It was on Cartoon Network. They
Oh,
were
yeah,
always
yeah.
getting into
Very
trouble.
weird-looking characters.
Very. The style of
Yeah.
drawing was like insane. It's like the shoes had
Yeah.
triangles on the bottom. You're like, what? How do you walk on that? Are those stilts?
My kids used to watch that.
Cousin
Yeah.
Eddie from the Christmas Vacation. Remember Cousin Eddie? The shit is full. Wasn't it Eddie?
Was that the Chevy Chase lamp?
Chevy Chase's brother or
That sounds kind
brother-in-law.
of
I
familiar.
remember that.
You're taking it back.
I should know this.
I need
stuff.
Google.
So you also sang during the summertime at a big backyard party. Remember that one?
Yes. Yes, it was wonderful. It was first of all, they had an amazing DJ. I can't remember his name. I don't know, the tall, handsome guy, beard,
Long
just
hair.
kind of, he did the chicken dance on a motorcycle. I can't think. Joey Petroni.
Oh
right?
yeah, I was a
That-
DJ.
That was so wonderful, and with just a terrific group of people.
Yep.
And
We had a backyard party for Pat's Enterprise Recycle. He's a guy who lives on Long Island who started his own recycling company,
Oh, nice.
and he goes around and picks up bottles and cans, and he get all the money he makes from it. He gets T-shirts made that say Pat's Enter. So basically, he's spreading awareness of recycling.
100%.
And
That's
he had a
amazing.
big party during the summer, and Les was nice enough to come over and
That's
sing
cool.
and entertain. And
We got a cool group here today. Dragonfly out in the sun. You know how wonderful life is when you're in the world. Oh, Jenny Diver, Silky Tawdry. Look out, Miss Lottie Lenya, and old Lucy Brown. Only you need the moon or under the sun. The sun inside the street.
you were awesome.
thank you.
And they always talk about you to this day.
Thank you.
They want you to come back.
Oh,
We're gonna have another.
I'm honored.
Yeah, oh, really? Yeah. We're gonna have
That would be wonderful. It's a good gig.
it's a nice
Yeah.
backyard party, and
Fun. You
Very
too.
nice.
You did a set. So one of the guests like sang and
Green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Of people going by.
another one did a set.
that's right.
Like I'm having a good time with all you people. I mean, really.
That's the moonwalk.
Couple of like wonderful special people.
I came out with the ventriloquist puppet, right?
Yes.
And I think one of the funniest moments of the night, and it was dead silence in the backyard, because I was, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
And what'd you hear? Do you remember? Cicadas were going nuts, like the
Oh my
crickets.
God.
Oh, that's right. The line of the night.
Well, it's great to be here. And you know what's funny? My biggest fear in doing stand-up comedy is nobody laughing, and then you hear crickets.
What you can't
Nobody-
make this up. You hear
I'm
crickets.
I'm standing there. I'm like,
Literally.
Oh my God.
Literally.
it was. I got the biggest laugh of the night was when I said, "Wow, I'm hearing crickets."
Oh my God.
So
That's very funny.
Oh
can
my
can I throw in
goodness.
another little plug for something else? that
Yes,
they do?
let's hear it.
And I'm very excited about this. It's nice to mix music and comedy. I'm also part of a musical theater group called the Retirement Village People.
Wow.
I saw.
You saw it?
You know Stevie GB?
Yes, Stevie GB's awesome.
Right, Stevie GB's awesome. He's one of my closest comedy friends.
Yeah.
So he started a group with a friend of his, Joe Gellish.
Okay.
The Retirement Village people doing song parodies of rock, pop, and show tunes that have to do with retirement, senior, getting older,
good idea.
the trials and tribulations of
Right.
aging. And then a few years back, right before the pandemic, he added Anita Starlight, a wonderful singer, funny lady, and myself to make it a quartet.
Very
so
nice.
we perform all over. We just did a show with Off Key Tiki in Patchogue. We did the Seaford Library, the Elmont Library. January 22nd, Sunday at 2 o'clock. We're going to be at the Claro's Playhouse in Patchogue, and we have a whole bunch of shows. And it is so funny. I do one of my solos. I do a parody of Fiddler on the Roof.
Okay.
Where it's Fiddler fell off the roof, and then I do a song. I do a few songs, and my big number is, instead of "If I Were a Rich Man," it's "If I Were a Gentile."
Oh my God.
Because I'm a nice little Jewish guy. I also, Neil Young's "Old Man." Old man, take a look at my life.
Yeah. Great song.
I do a song called "Young Man," where I do a parody of that. And we do a lot of Beatles songs.
Nice.
All parodies.
All parodies. We do the Monkees. Hey, hey, we're the Monkees. Is hey, hey, we're retired. People hate that we're still around, but we're too busy bitching and putting everybody down. And then the next big number is instead of YMCA by the Village People,
Yes, yes.
we do AARP. Right, we go. It's fun to be in the AARP. You can't see, but I'm
Sounds
holding
hilarious.
wiggling over there. Anyway, so.
That's awesome.
Between the stand-up and then the singing. And
how long have you been doing this? I haven't even heard about this.
They've been doing it for about 4.5 years as a duo.
Okay.
And then they added us, and then right before the pandemic, we did like a holiday special right here at Governor's in the Giggle Room.
Wow.
Time. It was terrific. It was a holiday special where we did like some Hanukkah songs and Christmas songs. And we did a few senior communities, and then the pandemic came
and
kicked our ass.
Yeah.
And then we just started getting it back again. So we have the Amityville Library in April, Freeport Library in May. In October, we have the Bethpage Library, and we're booking
nice.
shows now.
That's good.
So between all three of those, and one more
That's
little
exciting.
plug.
Yeah.
So you mentioned his name, John LaRocchia. Who
Yes,
Laugh to Save Lives.
Lives.
Who, by the way, says he'd love to be on your show.
Anytime.
I help him. He does a show from Paradise Studios.
I've watched the show.
We'd love to have you on.
Yeah, anytime, man. Yeah, I like John.
To be a guest.
Yeah.
I'll make it happen.
You make it happen.
Right, I help him. He's one of the. You'll see that you.
He did a show.
Producers that will give you the opportunity. So it's a networking business.
I see.
Stand-up comedy. You can do it alone on stage, but you can't do it alone.
No.
True.
So,
I see.
John did a show at my school too. I don't know if it was probably a year or two after you were on.
It could be.
Yeah, he came down. He headlined, and his material was perfect for all the moms out there.
Oh, he's very clean.
He's very clean,
His kids and
very
everything,
funny.
Right,
That's good.
making pancakes for his daughter,
Right.
and getting her dressed
Right.
and everything.
That's
so we did a show on October 26th right here in the big room at Governor's.
Okay.
Raising money for a few FDNY charities and also a veterans charity. So I get some stage time from John, and I also I'm on his show every now and then. So we definitely have to have you on.
Oh, definitely, man.
And I help him try to get sponsors for some of the shows. So between
That's
and
nice.
I retired from corporate life at the end of 2020, so I'm kind of like not really retired.
Which
is good.
You're busier now probably than when you.
Yeah.
That's
So
what happens.
It's
That's
one.
good.
I was doing everything kind of like part time, and so now I can just focus on making people happy and.
That's good.
Doing what you love.
And
100% what you love. I mean, you definitely love it because you're having a good
what's not
time.
to be happy about?
So you did East Meadow
love that.
Library too at Mark Breyer.
I've done that a bunch of times. Sure,
Because he,
Mark's a great guy.
I think he was on my show at the school too. I think he might have been on the show with you.
Yes.
And,
He was
Howard.
Howard Newman.
Yes.
Bill Thompson.
Bill Thompson from Wantor.
Bill and I became good buddies, and I met him at that show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Howard I knew already.
Howard, you knew already.
Yeah.
So Les Degen, I don't know if you know this, Stacy, but I didn't know this until today.
Yes.
And this is really cool. Les was on Regis Filming.
Right.
Really?
Right. I met my wife through the personal ads in New York Magazine.
What?
Back in 1983, I placed an ad. And
you wanted the ad
I do a
placement,
joke
folks?
about it in my act, but the real ad, not the funny ad, was Mr. Congeniality, sincere Jewish, 29, 5'6", seeks vibrant lady with pretty smile to share special fun moments. And
You good?
I went on around like 16. I got 16 letters from.
That's a nice.
Right, they would. I'd had a PO box, and
that's smart.
Women would write, send pictures and letters and send it to New York Magazine. Then they would forward that to me, and I met my wife during that process.
Wow,
and
That's amazing.
Make a very long story short, we wound up being a guest on Regis Film. It was called The Morning Show.
Back then.
This is before Regis and Kathy Lee or Regis and Kelly.
Who was his sidekick?
Ann Abernathy.
Ann
Abernathy. It was called The Morning
wow.
Show.
Okay.
So we were on with a woman that wrote a book on personal ads, and my wife Gail and I were on the show talking about how we met. And what was really funny about it is like you can tell I have like a type A person. I probably interrupted you both like 20 times.
No.
You're good. No,
Okay.
you're good.
Okay. But in a charming way.
man.
No, you're
So-
flowing. Like you're good.
So Regis, we were like kibitzing before, and so we're doing the taping in front of the audience, and at the very top of it, he goes, "Well, we met, and we have a couple that met, Les and Gail Degen." And as soon as he said, and I kind of yelled, "It works! It works!" And he saw that I looked like I was going to upstage him.
Oh.
So the vibe during the rest of it was,
He was being careful.
I
I need to find this
like
recording.
he even gave me a couple of. I mean, he was nice, but
Yeah.
but he gave me a couple of little minor digs, and I caught the vibe. Like this is my
This is my show, pal.
This is my show.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
but we had a wonderful time, and then after we had our daughter Liz, he had a cable show on the Lifetime network called Lifestyles. So they said we're going to do a follow-up story with a couple that was. That met through the personal ads. And so they brought us back to talk about it again. And at the end of the segment, they brought out our daughter, and she was on it. So, and he was so friendly. He was so friendly. It was such a wonderful experience. And it's exciting.
Yeah, and you have
That's
it for the rest of your life. You have that video.
And we were on the news a few times.
Wow.
And
That's amazing.
as a human interest story,
Well,
You got to help the guys out there.
War, famine, murder, and a couple who met during
yeah, right, right.
That's
Think about it, yeah.
He was like the light stuff there. So that was good. Thank you for asking me about it. I love.
Well, I saw the video clip, and I'm like, that's awesome, and it's awesome for your kids to see that.
Yeah.
it's a great thing to have
It is
forever.
very exciting.
That's amazing. You got to help some of these guys out there meet ladies. They're all on Tinder like, I just can't find a lady. Like, you just went in the paper and said, this is what I want.
Yeah, this is
don't think
these
they know what
days.
they
I mean,
want.
I hear the horror stories.
Yeah.
Of
today's
online dating. And
Yeah, it's
everything.
crazy.
It's,
Thank God I'm not dealing with that. But yeah, you got to help them out. You got to let them know how to write these
I
ads.
hear people going, well, I'm not going to go. I mean, he texted me 3 times yesterday, and then I texted him back, and I go, what's with the texting? Talk to them on the
Yes.
phone. What's with texting?
Yes.
Well,
We
texting.
haven't talked on the phone yet. We're just texting. How can you possibly
Well, that's why they're single, though. They're single
a relationship?
because they're too
so
scared.
afraid.
They're too scared.
They need that barrier of
Yeah.
protection. It's like, I
Yeah.
don't, just your thumbs.
Those are the people that can't leave the house without their phone.
Exactly.
Back in our day, you needed like a barrier protection. You got a restraining order after you met them. Right. But that drives me. This texting just drives me crazy.
The other thing that I just learned was that you were on Cash Cab.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
hilarious.
Boy,
That's
I'm a
awesome.
storehouse of information.
That's
aren't I,
awesome.
ladies and gentlemen. Good. All right. Good times, bad times. Yes, we were in January of 2007.
Right.
My wife and 2 daughters. My son was at school. They only take 4 on the show anyway, and he was at school. So we're on Cash Cab. and we had a great time with Ben Bailey, and we. And it's funny that we're talking about this today because have you seen the Cash Cab?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
So we're right at the end. We have two wrong answers. So one more wrong answer, and
You're out,
it's
yeah.
done. But if we get it right, we made it to the last stop, and then we would have gone for the double or nothing, which we think we probably would have just taken the money and not.
So it's 3 strikes and you're out. You already have 2 strikes
Right, I
against
think
you.
we were up to like $600. In prize money. So if we got it right, then we would have, could either do $1,200 or just take the money. So anyway, so the last question was when President Kennedy was shot, which today was the anniversary. 59
Oh, I
years
didn't
ago,
even know.
President
Oh, wow.
Kennedy was assassinated.
Wow.
When President Kennedy was assassinated, what was the name of the Texas governor who was wounded in the attack?
I can't even guess.
Governor, his name was John Connolly.
Okay.
Was in the car with Kennedy. Kennedy, of course, died, and
Right.
but Connolly was wounded,
Okay.
and so it's like I'm like I couldn't think of it. Now remember, I was from 1963. Do you know how many times
You've
I
heard that
the
name?
name John Connolly?
Right.
Because all the documentaries and the news shows and
Right.
interviews that John Connolly was like how do I not? How do I not?
You're on the spot now. It's like,
How do I not remember this? And it was you were saying it's like
Jackie
like the
Gleason.
honeymooners on
There's an episode where
right. Who wrote Swanee River?
exactly.
That's Swanee River.
That's right. Now, who's the composer? Your time's running out. Hurry up. You better take a guess.
Humma, 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 humma. Ed Norton.
Ed Norton. I was like literally humming, humming. And then he goes, "Oh man!" And when he said John Connolly, I was like, I let my family down.
oh,
Yeah.
man.
No. I mean,
If
how much money would you
if I
want?
would have had a few more seconds, I'm sure I would have
It would
thought
have came
of it.
to you, yeah.
I'm sure I would have thought of it, but it was a lot of fun. Ben Bailey was a great guy and very funny, and they only, we're in the car with him about 45 minutes, but they only show the whole episode is like 12 minutes.
Okay.
So they
Edit it down,
there was
chop it
so
up.
much
Right.
back and forth that we had a good time.
Wow.
It never made it on the air.
TV is so interesting.
The only part that they didn't miss was me not knowing.
Yeah. They got to
John
catch
Connolly,
that.
And then we had to not only did we not win the money, but on a freezing cold January night, my wife and 2 daughters, had to, pay tokens and take the train back up the.
They just
Penn
let
Station.
you out?
What?
They just let you out? That's the end of the show?
Right.
So you're right in the middle of Manhattan.
Right. Down by Church Street. Church and whatever
Oh,
it was.
man.
I think we
Did
got
you have
the A
wah,
train.
wah, wah?
Yeah. Oh, it was terrible. And the Major Degen Expressway?
I know
You've heard
of it.
that?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so we get out of the car, and as they're rolling the credits, he goes, "Oh, so sorry." He goes, "Major Degen disappointment."
Major Degen disappointment in the cash cab.
So, but that was funny. That was good. That was good. So, Ben Bailey crashing on the. Okay, let me think. I'm trying to think of any other terrible moments in my life.
Well,
Oh, my God.
Those are 3 TV appearances that are pretty cool, man. So you went Regis twice and Cash
Regis
Cab.
twice. There was that. And did I ever do anything? I was on. I've done some Long Island TV shows.
Good times, bad
There's
times.
this one I was on. There's another guy. I don't know. He's like a bald guy that hobbles around. Tony Walker.
Oh, Tony
I
Walker.
was on with Tony Walker. I was on with Mandy and Bonnie. Haven't been on with Hershey and Kiggs yet. Thanks, guys.
They're coming in next.
Are they really
Yeah,
next?
they'll be here in a little while.
Oh, good. I can
So-
remind them who came up with the name of their show.
You? Really? Nice.
Ask them. I'm curious to see what they say. Okay, yeah. Say, by the way, I never asked you this, but how did you come up with the name of the show? And then I'll be like this, going.
So, Les, we became more friendly when we worked together at the Belmore Bean. You had an open mic night that you ran there?
Yeah. Oh, that was I did for 6 years on a Monday night at the Belmore Bean, which was a good run. And then the pandemic came and it closed, and the owners sold it to a great new place. Her name is Kristen Wall. She owns 3 locations called Soul Brew.
Yes.
And, St.
You heard
James,
of it?
where I've sung
I
before.
love Soul Brew.
Yeah,
They
Soul
got all
Brew.
the owls and everything.
Right,
Such a
right.
Great vibe in there.
You go to the one in Huntington, probably.
Yep, absolutely. The
And
first one I went to was the one.
St. James.
Yes.
I sang there a few times. when
Really?
they were open
I
at
know a
night.
couple of people that
Yeah.
performed out there too.
Right. So they she bought it from the owners of the Belmore Bean,
Okay.
and who retired
Right.
afterwards. So the business is doing real nice. But I think she has like
Yes.
It's a great location.
music mic on Thursdays. But
Okay.
so if there was ever an opportunity, I would do it again. I don't know that I'm hunting around for. I'm pretty busy.
You were great. You were really great as running the whole
thank
thing.
you,
You were very,
thank you,
very
yeah.
professional. Very
Oh,
professional.
I love the North.
Took it very serious.
Thank you. I used to before, like half an hour before, I would set up and sing some songs.
That's amazing.
This
You have
way,
such
like,
a
the
great
audience
personality.
Was nice and warm.
Yeah.
And I tell you, it helped make me a better MC when I host comedy shows, and also it was a great way of. It's tough working on material.
Yeah.
I mean, to get some jokes that are tried and true. It when you're doing 5-6 minutes at an open mic, you run around and it just to get the wording right. And,
Oh my
you
goodness,
gotta
tell me
chop
about
out
it.
Words, so it really helped. I missed it. I had a great time. There's so many open mics now.
Do you go to a lot of them or no?
Nah, not. I mean, because I'm running around. I'm doing like 3.
Everything else.
Yeah, I'm doing like 3 or 4.
Right.
I do work at a lot of assisted livings and nursing homes during the week, which I couldn't do when I was working full time.
Right. So now you do.
now I'm able to.
Right. Well, you could, but you get there at 8:00 and they're all sleeping.
Yeah, exactly. And let me tell you, when you get there at 2:00, they're still sleeping.
Oh, man.
Any different. So, but yeah, I always tell myself I should get out and work on more stuff.
Right.
So there's a bunch. So I highly recommend it. It's
Yes.
really, in my opinion, it's the only way you're going to get good.
Is to get out there and do
Because you
it.
got to keep working the material, and also it's a networking business.
You meet a lot of great
I always
friends.
tell new comics.
Yep.
It's work hard. Don't talk bad about anybody in
Right.
front of anybody else, and make friends
100%.
because it's
I see that.
it's a friend's business.
Yeah, I see
It's
it.
a friend's business, and I'll tell you something I told my wife a long time ago. When we used to go to the bus stop with the kids. I'm like, when you're at that bus stop and there's like 10 women all talking, and they're all talking about someone. I said, when you're not at the bus stop, they're talking about you.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
Right? So I can't talk about people. I just don't have it in me for whatever reason.
No, you're very
That's
positive.
good.
But
and,
that's the way I was brought up. Like, don't talk about other people, respect other people, all that kind of crap.
Right.
But the truth is, and I know it from, I shouldn't say where I work, but the truth is that when that person's not there, they're the target. It's hard to leave a room.
true.
Yeah.
It's hard to leave a room when when you walk
That
out,
energy
they're
just
talking about you.
circulates, though.
Right.
It's like, where's it going?
Right.
Well, it's negative energy, and you're giving it to yourself.
Yeah, it's
by
like,
doing
what-
it.
Where's it
But-
going? Like, it's not helping. It's not changing anything.
One of my favorite quotes,
Yeah.
I don't know who it's from, but you've probably seen it on Facebook, is blowing out someone else's candle doesn't make yours burn brighter.
Right.
That's
and
heavy.
especially one of my little pet peeves, and I stay away from controversy on Facebook, but all the time, I
You
see
see some
people
battles.
talking about other
Yeah.
people.
It's wild.
I
I'm
stay
like,
out of it. But,
ooh.
and the first thing I think is, how is this helping you?
That's a major question.
How is this helping you?
Not at all. It's
You know?
you.
They don't realize what they're bringing to their
Yeah,
table.
the only thing is, in the moment, you feel good because you're,
Well-
going like this.
Sometimes you have this thing where it's a Saturday night and you wake up on a Sunday morning, you see somebody rant like this long
Oh
about
my God! Why
somebody
is it always on the weekend?
Yeah,
What
but
happened?
then that person wakes up and realizes they were drunk last night. And They
Yeah.
delete it right away and go, "What the?
Oh, yeah,
what
you
the-
can tell.
Hope
You
nobody
can tell
read that.
it's too late.
Yeah, hope nobody read that.
Screenshots.
They fall asleep. It's like when you write a nasty email and then you try to get it back. To blow off steam.
Unsend.
But
Unsend.
Listen, so Stacey, what's your plans now with stand-up comedy?
Oh man,
what are you gonna do?
I got an email from John. He was saying he's doing a show on I think December 17th. So I'm trying to get in on that.
Awesome.
Because I realize I need more stage time. I need to really get the practice because, it's nice to, practice at home and everything. It's a totally different vibe when you're on stage in front of everybody.
Oh, yeah.
It's totally different. So that's what I'm trying to do. We'll see. It's not confirmed yet.
You're planning on coming down here on December 17th?
Yeah.
You're planning on okay.
There's a monthly mic in Huntington. What's it called?
I feel like I know what you're talking. The Jazz Club.
Yeah, it's a jazz club.
Yep.
Right. My
across the
friend,
street from.
Do you know Johnny McDonald?
No.
Yeah, he's a comedy buddy of mine for a long time. He does it once a month. So.
Oh, wait a minute. What's his name?
Johnny McDonald.
Black guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know him.
Well, what does color have to do? No, I'm kidding.
No, I'm making sure. I'm like,
yes,
why does his name sound familiar?
He's one of the brethren, yes.
Oh, my God. You know what's so funny? Like, I didn't even realize when I started coming down here, I was friends with some comedians already because I've seen their stand-up.
Oh, okay.
Because a friend of mine, would do open mics and stuff like that. So
Right.
I met them already, and I'm like, wait a minute. And then when I friended you, Joey, and I see you're friends with them, I'm like, oh, everybody knows each other.
Yeah, it really is like one big happy family. That's the truth,
Yeah, I'm probably going to definitely hit that one up, 100%.
Did you ever are you a member of the Long Island comedy scene group?
Somebody was telling me about it the night when we were, what, don't do it? What?
No, just the opposite. You go on
okay.
it because every month Jeff Bosey, is he coming here also?
Jeff Bosey?
Okay. I can't stand Jeff Bosey. No, Jeff Bosey he's wonderful.
He's great.
He's wonderful. I saw on
He's so
Facebook a little
expressive,
picture of him
funny.
and his son. He was glowing. I love you, Jeff.
He's a good guy, man.
He posts a monthly schedule of all the open mics.
Yeah.
There's
Why not?
so many.
I want to hit him up and see what happens.
Hit him up, go there and do it. Try to be funny.
Yeah.
And make friends and have a good
100%.
time. And,
this is exciting.
and,
It is very exciting.
I think you're gonna be great.
Thank you. I appreciate
It's
that.
good, clean fun.
That's amazing.
At your own expense.
Yeah. Literally.
Right. But so we're gonna wrap it up.
Oh,
I want to thank Stacey for coming down tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. You did great the other night.
Great meeting you.
Yes, likewise.
Unless it's up to you if you want to take us out with a song.
Great.
All right, so we want to thank everybody for watching and tuning in tonight, and we're going to have Les take us out with Sea Cruise.
All right, here we go. Are you ready to rock and roll? Yeah! Here we go! Oh man, rhythm is in my shoes. It's no use to sitting and singing the blues. To be my guest, you got nothing to lose. Won't you let me take you on a sea cruise? Ooh-wee, baby, ooh-wee. Ooh-wee, baby, ooh-wee. Ooh-wee, baby, won't you let me take you on a sea cruise? I feel like jumping, baby, won't you join me, please? I don't like begging, but now I'm on bended knees. Ooh, I got to keep a rock and get my hat off the rack. I got to boogie woogie like a knife in the back. So be my guest, you got nothing to lose. Won't you let me take you on a sea cruise? Everybody at home, ooh-wee, baby, ooh-wee, baby, ooh-wee, baby. Won't you let me take you on a sea cruise? I got to keep it moving, baby, I ain't lying. My heart is beating rhythm and it's right on time. So be my guest, you got nothing to lose. Won't you let me take you on a sea cruise? Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee, baby, ooh-wee. Ooh-wee, baby, ooh-wee. Ooh-wee, baby, won't you let me take you on a sea cruise? I feel like jumping, baby, won't you join me, please? I don't like begging, but now I'm on bended knees. Ooh, ooh-wee, baby, ooh-wee. Ooh-wee, baby, ooh-wee, baby, won't you let me take you on a sea cruise? All right, thank you.
Les Degen.
Thank you so much. Joey, Stacy. All right, Tony, who's off to the side over here.
All right, thank you guys. We'll see you next time. Peace out.
Thanks so much.
Later.